For this Bible study, go to my Instagram. I go to my YouTube channel, link in the bio. Go to my YouTube channel, link in the bio. One second. Hopefully, everybody having a beautiful day and seeing this market doing what this market does. I love it, man. I love it. Link in the bio. So go to my what is it called? Yeah. Go to my Instagram, my YouTube if you want to see my screen, everybody. Go to my YouTube if you want to see my screen. All right, how's everybody doing? How you doing? How you doing? I don't know what that was just now. That just okay. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. This market right now, the market is kind of trending. I'm sorry, one second. No, I think that was wrong too. Yeah, I'm looking at something. One second, everybody. All right. So if you want to see my screen, join onto my YouTube channel. If you want to see my screen, go ahead and join onto my YouTube channel. Right now, this market is really this market is freaking fascinating right now. Like we're literally at a four, like right around 433, 435 on SPY, and this is fascinating to me. I believe it's yeah, I believe it's going to be a very interesting Q3 and Q4. Basically, what we need to see now is we need another we need to hear Jerome Powell talk, right, about all this inflation that's going on. We need to see what his thoughts are on the inflation. We need to see what the data is actually saying, so we can have a better understanding where this market is actually going. I believe once we get, if we get a calm, peaceful Jerome Powell, I believe we definitely can see the market go crazy, crazy, crazy up. Okay, so everybody, if you're on Instagram right now, join on to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. We're about to have a biblical moment with me, and we're going to talk about what are you seeking. Okay, what are you seeking is the title. What are you seeking? So if you want to say you are a different brother off the lives, yo, what you mean, brother? What you mean? So join in to the chat. I mean, join into the YouTube channel if you want to see my screen and kind of break down this biblical moment with me, right? Called "What Are You Seeking?" What are you seeking? If you're on YouTube right now, share this link out with 5 of your people, 5 of your closest people that you want to see succeed in life. Okay, 5 of your closest people that you want to see succeed in life. Share this link if you're on my YouTube. Share it with them right now. And if you're on Instagram right now, you want to see my screen. Okay, if you're on Instagram, you want to see my screen. Go ahead and share that out. Go ahead and share that out. Go ahead and share that out. Okay. All right. So today, right? I love to well, let me get this right over here because I can see. All right, perfect. All right. So I like to think about Abraham, right? Abraham in the Bible, right? Everybody, if you have any understanding of the Bible, you everybody should know who Abraham is in the Bible. Abraham has a fascinating story in the Bible if you actually read the story of Abraham, right? Okay. I have been hitting you up through DM. You've been ignoring my messages, bro. How? Listen, bro. I probably get 150 messages a day on Instagram. So that's why don't take it any type of way if I do not respond back to you, if I do not answer do not I barely even answer Instagram video calls. Bro, me and you actually had a conversation over the phone, right? We actually had a conversation over Instagram. And I show love. So don't attack don't attack me because I'm not responding back to your message, bro. That makes someone not want to look out for somebody if I looked out for you and then now you saying you've been respectful, hitting me up, and I've been ignoring. I'm not ignoring you, bro. I get like 150 messages a day. Just be patient. Be patient. I got you. If I told you I got you, brother, I got you. One thing I do, I stand on my word, and my word is all I have. So I stand on that. I stand on that. So trust me, brother, I got you. Okay, just I got you. All right, I got you. All right, let's keep going though. Let's keep going. So back to it, right? So if, like I said, if you're on Instagram, if you want to see my screen, go over to my YouTube, and we can go from there. Okay. All right. So everybody, check this out. So Abraham has uh Abraham has a beautiful story in the Bible. And when you think about his story in the Bible, you like, man, I wish I would have known what happened prior to the beginning portion of the story with Abraham in the Bible. Okay. Now, when we think about Abraham, we think about Abraham being the father of being the father of Isaac and Jacob. We think about Abraham being the husband of Sarah, right? And we think about the journeys that Abraham went on, and how the Most High said, "Through you, your seeds, all nations will be blessed." But it's something even more fascinating about Abraham that the Bible doesn't actually give us insight on, right? And I'm going to kind of go into that today, and also show you, right? Show you how seeking something, you can find results. All right? Seeking information, you can find results. Okay? Now, with Abraham, when we find out about the Bible, we know that the Most High called Abraham and told him to leave his native land. And when you leave your native land, basically just leave your family, leave your native land, and go. Right? That's what we hear. Leave your native land and just go. Boom. Right? So what made the Most High say, listen, out of everybody in the world, I'm going to choose Abraham and tell Abraham to get up and go, right? What was so fascinating? Why did the Most High say that Abraham was an individual that I can trust, that I can call on to say, get up and go and do da 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 da, and then once you do these things, I will make your descendants as plentiful as the stars in the sky. Okay. What was it that Abraham did? So I want to talk to you guys about seeking. All right. What are you seeking in life? When you think about life, what are you actually seeking? When you wake up in the morning, what are you seeking? What are you looking for? What are you thriving to get to? What are you trying to find out? What's on your mind that has your mind in a tear? Like, I need to figure this out, or I have to understand this, or why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? Okay. When you truly realize and you find out, okay, what am I seeking? What is a purpose that I'm seeking afterwards? Then you will be able to move forward in the direction that you're seeking. If you say, man, I really want to learn how to drive a car. I really want to learn how to drive a car. Imagine when you was 15 and 16. You want to know how to drive a car. You want to know how to drive a car. And you was seeking that. You was probably looking at videos. You was probably watching your mom and daddy drive or whatever. And you seek that information, then eventually you learn how to drive a car. Okay, so in Abraham, right, we have early Jewish writings, right? Let me show my screen right quick. So we have early Jewish writings, okay? In these early Jewish writings, we have writings that did not make it into the Bible, okay? These writings did not make it into the Bible. They're not part of the Old Testament or the New Testament, right? But there were writings that were found in the ancient Near East that told other biblical stories. Well, not necessarily, I don't even say biblical, but told other stories in the ancient Near East. Okay, and some of these stories, people say it's not firsthand. We do not have the actual manuscripts, right? We have copies that you can go back and read that someone has translated from the Hebrew, from the Greek into English. Okay. So one of those writings that we have is called the Apocalypse of Abraham, which is right here. If you're looking at my screen right now, if you're on Instagram, you want to see my screen, go ahead and join in. Right here, we have the Apocalypse of Abraham. Okay, now the Apocalypse of Abraham, it's a writing about some information about Abraham that the Bible does not provide about Abraham. Okay, now some people say that this is not a first-hand encounter, and I believe it's not a first-hand encounter as well. But at least it tells you the thought process of someone in the ancient Near East all of those years ago. All right, all of those years ago. And this was I think it was found around anywhere from I want to say 10 to 70 AD. This was actually written, I believe. I want to say. I gotta go back and verify. I think it tells me right here. Go back and verify. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. When was it written? Showing that it was. They believe it was written. Yes, 80 to 100. Yes, from AD 80 to 100. That they believe that this was actually written. So this could have been a story that was passed down throughout generations, or it could have been or it could have been something like something that was what is it called when you pass something down from tongue to tongue, right? It could have been a verbal pass down about some things about Abraham that was not written down in the actual Bible, but nevertheless it goes into details about Abraham's previous life before he became the Abraham of the Bible. Okay, and the story of it is, and as you can see right here, everybody, like it's a lot of writings right here, man. I mean, it's like it's amazing. Like if you really go through it, it's amazing. Like the first and second Maccabees, I would advise everybody to read first and second Maccabees. It's a beautiful story, right? Beautiful story. There's a lot of things in here as well. Wisdom of Solomon, great stories as well. First and second Esdras, great stories. You guys should definitely take a look at it, right? But regardless, let's keep going. So it talks about his early life, okay? And in his Abraham's early life, it talks about who his father was, okay? His father name was Terah, right? And Terah was an idol maker, all right? So the business that Abraham's family was in was making idols, okay? What are idols? Idols are false gods, okay? Idols are false gods. So they were in the business of making idols. So what would happen was Terah, Abraham's father, would make the idol from wood and stone, and Abraham would go out to the marketplace, sell the idol. People would worship these idols and all of that good stuff, right? So we know the Most High, the number one rule, the first commandment tells us what? Worship no other God besides him, basically, right? There's no other God before the Most High. Okay. Now, everybody, you may hear me say Most High. You may hear me saying, when I'm saying the Most High, I'm talking about God. You may hear me say Yah. That's Y-A-H. Yah, Y-A-H. I call God Yah. That's his Hebrew name. And you may, when I'm talking about Jesus, you may hear me say Yahshua. Okay. Because that's his Hebraic name as well. Yahshua is Jesus. Yah is God, the Most High. Okay. So that's kind of how you hear it. But let's keep going with the story. So his father was an idol maker. In the business of Abraham, the business of his father, how they made their money, how they survived in life were by selling idols to other people. This is the first thing that is blasphemy to the Most High. Because if they're building the actual idols and selling it to the people to worship. And the very first commandment says, don't there's no other God before me, don't want to worship no other God, all that good stuff, right? So Abraham thought to himself, he was like, listen, I'm sitting here watching my father create these items from wood and stone. And I'm going out here to this marketplace and I'm selling these stones, to these pieces of wood and stone that my father created in his room or in his workspace, and I'm selling it to people, and these people are actually worshiping these people. Not people, but worshiping these statues of wood and stone. Very interesting. So Abraham starts to think. Abraham started thinking to himself, hold up, wait, something does not add up. Something is not lining up. If I'm selling something my father built and people are worshiping these things and saying, this is the thing that woke me up this morning, how is this the thing that woke you up this morning if my father just built it a couple hours ago? Okay? It doesn't make sense. So Abraham's mind started to think. He's like, okay, this thing my father just built that this person is worshiping, it can't be the creator of everything. Why? Because my father created it. So if my father created it, it can't be the creator of everything. Right? He's saying, okay, and this one right here that you're worshiping, it can't be stronger than or more wiser than the earth. Why can't it be more wise than earth? Because it was built from the earth. Or this can't do it can't be more greater than the sky. Why can't it be more greater than the sky? Because this was here before the sky. So are you telling me we're worshiping something that my Father created? If you worship something that my Father created, you might as well worship my Father. And that was Abraham's thought process. So Abraham's mind started to wonder. The book says Abraham's mind started to wonder, and he started to seek who was the person that created the earth. Who was the one that created the sun? Who created the moon? He's like, the moon, he's like, the sun can't be the creator because the sun goes away at night. He say the moon and the stars can't be the creator because the moon and the stars go away at night in the daytime. Say the water can't be the creator because the sun will dry up the water. Right? He say the land can't be the creator because the water can overshadow the land. If you're on my Instagram and you want to see my screen, join onto my YouTube channel. So he was searching in his mind. He's now in a consistent search about what in the world, who is this creator that created all things? Because the people that I'm around right now, the circle that I'm around, the circle that I'm in, the circle that I'm around, they're worshiping things that my Father created in his workshop. Come on, man. So if I'm around individuals that's worshiping something that my Father created, I would be a fool to listen to these individuals about anything in life. Why is that? Because they're worshiping something that my Father created, that I saw my Father created. I saw when me and my father went into the woods and got and chopped down this tree and tucked this tree to his woodshed and he cut this thing up. I saw when my Father created the eyes or created the nose or created whatever he created. I saw all of these things. What's up, buddy?
The TV turned to fairy stuff.
It turned to fairy stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me 1 second. Oh.
Elf and a fairy.
Let's watch this. My bad, sorry. All right, everybody. Kids do not like commercials. Sorry about that. But anyway, so Abraham saw all of the things that in his circle that they was worshiping these idols or these particular, they saying gods that was made of wood and stone. So Abraham's mind started to think, and it says he was thinking and thinking and thinking, and he was searching for the person that created the sun. He was searching for the person that created the moon. He was searching for the individual that created this and created that, because he always ran into a rabbit hole because he said someone had to do this because this is this. Okay? He said because this was created by somebody, or this was created by this, or this can outshadow this, and so on and so on. So then it says it's in the Bible, not in the Bible, in the actual, in the writing, the Apocalypse of Abraham, it says that Joel, an angel named Joel, came in the form of man and said, Abraham, Abraham, Abraham. And Abraham said, here am I. Okay? He said, here am I. And then he said, listen, since you've been seeking.
This is the wrong one.
It's okay, buddy. Just watch it. It's fine.
No, it's just the
What is it? Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. This is my son. Kids, family first. Family first, everybody. Gotta always take care of family. Make sure family. Okay, you gotta make sure family is good, right? Gotta make sure family is good. All right. Anyway, so the Joel, the angel, came down and spoke to Abraham and said, listen, you've been seeking, you've been searching. The Most High basically sent me, and he told me to tell you to do something. He said, go make a sacrifice to me. Basically said, go make a sacrifice to me, and I'm going to show you certain things. Okay, make a long story short, when he made that sacrifice, the Bible says that the angel Joel showed Abraham things to come in the future. What would happen? That if he did X, Y, Z, these certain things would happen. Okay, so then when we pick up in the Bible, basically where the Most High is telling Abraham, pick up your stuff and go. Leave your family, leave your native land. So the apocalypse of Abraham gives us a better understanding of how when the Most High said, get up and go, Abraham, why Abraham was so, it was so easy for Abraham to say, let me get up and go. Okay, now, like I said, some people may say, hey, this particular story may have came later on, and it may not be 100% accurate, right? It may be true. But what it gives us about this testament of Abraham, it tells us and shows us that the ancient Near East thought process in this time frame, okay? At that particular time frame. So now we understand what Abraham got up and left his native land, left his father who was doing idol worship, left all his people around him who was worshiping idols, because Abraham realized this circle that I'm currently in is not the circle for me. It's not the circle for me. Some of us right now are in circles where we're not getting fed, or we're in circles that are feeding us the wrong, false information. We're in circles that's telling us, listen, work hard every single day, go to work every single day, save as much money as you possibly can, and then when you retire, you ready to go live life. Work overtime, do all of these things. That's what your circle is telling you, because that's the only thing your circle knows. But when your mind starts to seek and wonder, what's outside of this circle that I'm currently in? What's outside of this circle that I'm currently in? You start to seek and seek and seek and seek, right? You're seeking different things, right? And when you might start to seek, then you say, let me see what's outside of this circle. And then somebody outside of the circle gives you a piece of information, gives you a piece of game. And now what you're doing is, now what you can do is, now you want to get out of that circle, and like Abraham, you got up and you left that circle because you knew it was more outside of that circle. So when Abraham was seeking, the Most High heard that he was seeking. The Most High sent one of his servants to him and say, listen, do this, to see if you're going to be obedient and actually do what I asked you to do. Abraham passed that test. When Abraham passed that test, now Abraham was off to the races because he left, and now he became the father of all nations. Abraham became the father of all nations. Or his descendants, right? His descendants will be plentiful as all the stars in the sky. The Most High, when Abraham got up and left, the Most High told Abraham, he said, look to your left, look to the right, look to the front, look to the back, look everywhere, look to the left, front, right, look everywhere. This is all yours, and your descendants will be this plentiful as far as you can see. But Abraham had to understand, first and foremost, before any of that could happen, he had to understand something. That the circle that he was in, something was not right. Something was not right about that circle that he was in, because he saw while he was inside the circle that people inside the circle was worshiping things that his daddy had built from his mind. And if I'm around people who's only living about what their mom and dad taught them, I can't move forward. Because no disrespect, but what grandma and grandpa and mom and dad taught us, we gotta learn something different. Because mom, dad, grandma, granddaddy, great grandma, and all of them, they were trying to survive. Nowadays, we're trying to live. There's a difference between living and surviving. Okay? There's a difference between living and surviving. We no longer want to live living that paycheck to paycheck just to get by and barely getting by. Get paid on Friday, broke on Monday. We don't want that life. The Most High said you can live your life more abundantly. We want to live with abundance. 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 That's what we want to live with. Okay? So Abraham left and he went. And as you know how the story goes that Abraham, like you say, Abraham, he birthed Isaac, Jacob, and from Jacob the 12 tribes of Israel came. All of that good stuff, right? All because he seeked, he got up, and he left. He seeked, he got up, and he bounced. The book of Matthew, chapter 6, 30 and 33. Chapter 6, verse 33 says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first. Everybody, what is important about seeking? Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, then everything else will be given unto you. So I asked the question, what are you seeking? And I'm not here pushing, I'm not here pushing my thought process or my beliefs on anyone. I've done Bible studies a long time. You go back 7 years ago, you would see that I had you would see that I had Bible studies. So I'm not pushing my beliefs on anyone. I'm just giving you understanding of how I understand it and what works for me. Okay? So when it says Matthew 6 and 33, seek the kingdom of heaven first, and everything else will be given unto you. What are you seeking? What does it mean to seek the kingdom? What does it mean to have that desire? What does it mean to have that will in life? If you're seeking for a better life, you have to actually seek a better life. Seeking a better life is not you going to work, coming home, putting the kids to bed, taking them to football practice, taking them to basketball practice, taking them to dance practice, and just doing everything for the kids, everything for your significant other, and everything for everybody else, and not doing anything for you. That's not seeking. Because what you're doing is you're operating and you're living like a robot. You have to seek the desires of yours. What desires do you have? If your desire is to have a better job, if your desire say, listen, right now I make $80,000 a year, I want to make $160,000, and your goal is to make $160,000 a year. You have to seek out a $160,000 a year job. What does that seeking out look like? I can tell you exactly what it looked like because I did that before. What are the credentials that you need to be able to make $160,000 a year? What is the area that you want to go into? What do you have? What credentials do you have to have? How many years of this particular training do you have to have? All of those things are part of the seeking process. And once you seek the things you need, now it's time to implement the things to do what you want to do to get there. This stuff is not just handed to you. Abraham was not handed to be Father Abraham. He was not handed that just because the Most High looked down one day and said, yep, I'm choosing this guy. No, Abraham was sitting there looking at these idols, getting mad and getting pissed off, saying, y'all people really worshiping this idol that my daddy just made? Is another, and in the Apocalypse of Abraham also, there's a story. Abraham's dad, I believe, told him to go and get go and prepare the midday meal, right? Prepare the midday meal. So there was an idol that his dad had made that had fell on the ground. So Abraham picked the idol up like this. He picked the idol up, and put it right here, and he was playing with it. He said, listen, he's talking to the idol, because this is when he already realized these idols was just wood, right? He said, listen, he told the idol, I'm about to go and do this. I'm going to sit you right here. Now, if this fire right here that's burning, I want you to blow this fire. So if it goes out, I want you to blow it so it can go back up. So Abraham said, make sure you do that, right? He's being funny, right? So when Abraham left and came back, the idol had fell down and the fire had consumed and burned up the idol. And Abraham looked at it and started laughing like, yeah, you supposed to be so all powerful, but you just got burned by this fire right here. You see what I'm saying? And he's like, and he kept asking his dad, hey, Dad, the idols can't walk, the idols can't move, they can't, what's what, right? And all that good stuff, right? But his mind was just wondering, everybody. He was thinking. And once he started to seek, once he started to think about something different, the Most High came in and gave him an answer to his question. And when he gave him an answer to his question, he trusted Abraham. And when he trusted Abraham, he gave Abraham everything. He gave Abraham everything. The same thing in your life, everybody. I tell you, it's the same thing in your life. The moment you stop just operating and going through life the way that somebody told you to go through life. Most people go through life the way somebody told them to go through life. Chris, what do you mean? Someone told you to go to college. Someone told you to to get a good job, to get this job right here. Someone told you to go to work 8 to 5 for 30, 40 years, then retire. Someone told you this stuff, everybody. But when are you going to take the time to say, let me start thinking for myself and start seeking? When am I going to start thinking for myself and start seeking? Start seeking, how did this person over here who got the same 2 legs I got the same 2 arms I got the same 2 eyes I got the same brain I got, how are they over here thriving? Or it looks like they're thriving, living an abundant life, but I'm over here struggling. How are they doing this, but I'm doing this right here and I'm struggling? When you see that and understand that they have the same 24 hours you got, they got the same parts you got, it will behoove you to sit there and say, I'm going to continue to stay where I'm at right now and not try to seek and see what's over there. Most people are content with where they are, and they're happy to be where they are, and they're content with it. Abraham was not content being in a circle, Sorry about that. Abraham was not content being in a circle where they were just worshiping idols. He wanted to know who was the father of all fathers, who is the Alpha and Omega, who is the beginning and the end, who is the I am, who is this individual, who is this essence, who is this spirit, who is this Ruach. That's what he wanted to know. And he got the answer. Everybody, when I sat at my desk, working for this company, sitting at my desk, been there for 9 years, making $17 an hour, my mind was seeking. My mind said, how in the world how do people go to baseball games? Like these parents go, because when I was a kid, I played baseball, right? So all the parents would come to the baseball games. They would be driving in their Tahoes and in their trucks and their Jeeps and things like that. They would bring tents out and they would sit under the tent in their pull-out chairs. They would have coolers of Gatorade for the kids. All the kids would come to the baseball game with baseball bags and all that stuff. And I'm sitting there like, first of all, my mom and my dad worked. My dad would come to a lot of the games, but sometimes my coach would pick me up for practice. I would have my glove and my hat. My baseball glove, my hat, and my cleats on. But I'm just looking at other families. They're making this a whole family outing. So as I got older, that stuck in my head. And as I got older, I'm thinking like, how do I see these people riding around in these nice Tahoes and living in these nice houses and all these things? I'm like, how? And from there, my mind just went crazy and started seeking. I want to know. I need to know. I want to know. And by the grace of the Most High, when I started seeking, the Most High showed me. He showed me. I went from making $17 an hour to making over $150,000 a year in a stretch of 5 years. But if my mind never seeked, if that unction inside of me never would have been birthed, right? And I actually took the steps to start doing it, all praise to the Most High, to start seeking and finding out what in the Word to do, I would have still been making my $17 to $19 an hour. 5 years later, probably that same company. Maybe probably got another $5 raise, so I'd probably be making $20, $25 an hour. But since I seeked, now I make over $150,000 a year at a job. I didn't get any smarter. I didn't get any other education. I seeked and implemented. Refuse to stay in the same spot. Refuse to be comfortable, because most people are just comfortable. That's it. Most people are just comfortable. And then when I've always had a passion and seek God my whole life. I always had a passion and seek God, and I always feel like the Most High always kept me somewhere close. My prayers my entire life my whole life. Since I can remember myself, I think I was in the 7th grade. I was saying that prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray, Lord, my soul to keep. My sister came into the room and said, "Chris, you in the 7th grade. Now you older. Say a big person prayer." My sister came into the room and told me that. And ever since that day, she told me that I've been saying a grown person's prayer. And every time I pray, I ask the Most High, keep my life in the palm of your hand and close to your bosom at all times. And I said, keep my family inside of your hedges at all times. Chris, why did you say that? Why do you say that every single prayer? I say, keep my life my family's life in the palm of your hand at all times, and keep your our life close to your bosom at all time, and keep us protected inside of your hedges. And the reason why I say that, because if you go to the book of Job, okay, in the book of Job, when Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call him, right, when he came to the Most High, he asked the Most High, he said, listen, the Most High asked him, he both said to the devil, hey, what you been doing? Where you been at? Right? Now keep in mind what I just said. The devil came into heaven. That's a whole, that we get into that another day. The devil came into the heaven when all the other sons of God came into heaven. And the Most High looked at the devil and said, hey, what's going on? What you been doing? The devil said, roaming the earth. Right? And then the God said, have you roaming, basically the devil said, basically roaming the earth looking for da-da-da-da, right? And then the Most High said to the devil, have you considered my servant Job? And the devil said, listen, you got a hedge around this guy. I can't touch him. And as long as you got that hedge around him, he's not going to speak negative about you. So that's why I say that prayer. I say, Most High, keep my family inside of your hedges, because whatever hedge Job was in, and that the devil knew the devil knew Job was in that hedge, I want to be inside that hedge. That's why I always said that prayer my whole life. Okay, that's why I said that prayer. But regardless, the fact was, I always had a zeal for the Most High. I always had that zeal for the Most High. But that zeal became very, 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 very strong at one point. And I used to have praise and worship sessions in the house because I was truly seeking the Most High out. When I say I was seeking the Most High out. I mean, I probably got 30, 40, 50, almost hundreds of Bible studies that we recorded, probably about 40 of them. I got like hundreds of Bible studies written down in one of my notebooks, right? Hundreds of them written down in my notebook, right? But I was seeking the Most High. And when I seek the Most High, when I tell you this is no joke, the Most High started revealing things to me, and I'm like, holy crap. Holy crap. Okay? So, in a nutshell, basically what I want to talk about today was seeking. Everybody, seek a better life. Seek a better life. If you walk around every single day and you're not seeking a better life, the next question is truly, what are you doing? You're living day by day, doing the same routine over and over and over and over and over. I would say to you, your life should not be a routine. Your life should not be a routine. If your life is a routine, you do the same things over and over and over and over, and can't, keyword, the word, and can't pivot and do something else when you want to do it, that's an issue. If you go through life every single day and you're not seeking anything differently than what you already have, that's an issue. When I got a job, everybody, listen, when I got a job, so I working at Bank of America, everybody, listen to this. I was working at Bank of America, okay? And when I was working at Bank of America, I was a contractor at first, and I applied to go full-time. So in the interview with the lady, she was a cool lady. I really already had the job beforehand because I had this to work for before. She said, Chris, this role that you in, you should only be in this role for about 18 months. Like, huh? She said, you should only be in this role for 18 months. I said, oh, okay. She said, after 18 months, you need to start applying and go looking for other roles. I said, wow. I said, why you say that? She said, because you're not supposed to be in the same role for longer than 18 to 2 years. 18 months or 2 years. But for us, growing up, we was always told, go to a company, stay with that company for 30 years. But other cultures, they get a job, get that information, and then they go seek their next job. Go to that job, get a higher pay when they go to that job, get the knowledge, now seek another job. Get higher pay. That's how their pay continue to go up so drastically. But our pay goes from $20, $25, $27, $28. Now 15 years done passed, I went from making $20 making $28. Out of 15 years, I got an $8 raise. Other people, other cultures understand, okay, boom, I'm right here, I'm at $150,000 a year. I'm gonna get this information. Now I'm at $75,000 a year 2 years ago. 3 years later, I'm at $125. The next time I'm at $140, $150, and now you're chilling around $150,000, $160,000 a year. They married somebody that makes about a cool $150,000, $160,000 a year. Now they got $300,000 coming into their household. Why? Because somebody told them a long time ago how to do it right. Nobody told us nothing. Nobody told us anything. So now now to answer my question, so now when I was asking this question, how do they do it? How do they pull up in their Tahoe trucks and have the Gatorade coolers out there at all the baseball games and all that good stuff? How do they do it? That's how they did it. Because somebody told them something. No one told us anything. Our entire lives is called, let me try this and see if this works. If this don't work, let me try this over here and see if this works. If that don't work, let me try this. If that don't work, let me try this. We get tired of trying this thing and it don't work and we get set back for 2-3 years and then we try something else, get set back again. No, now we're in a place. And now we're in a place. Aaron say, got me a job with BOA. Time to change job. Aaron Davis. Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was at Wells Fargo for 18 months. Went to Bank of America for another 18 months. Got hired on at Bank of America and was there for 2 years. Left Bank of America, went to Wells Fargo for another 12 months. Well, for another 18 months. Left Wells Fargo, went to another bank where I'm at right now, and I've been in this bank probably almost like 18 months. Each time I left, I got probably like either a $20,000 raise, and my bonus structure increased as well because now I have leverage. I have Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and the bank I'm at right now on my resume. I can almost walk into any job. Say I've been in this bank, been in risk management here, a technical project manager here, a data analyst here. I've been a vice president at Bank of America, vice president at Wells Fargo, a senior vice president where I'm currently at right now. I can walk almost in any bank, at any job interview, and go crazy on the interview and get a high-paying job. All praise to the Most High. And that didn't happen because I sat on my freaking butt and watched TV. Or sat on my freaking butt and said, okay, I'm just go through the motions. No, because I was tired of being sick and tired, and I seek something. I seek the Most High first and foremost because I seek the kingdom. I sought out the kingdom of heaven, and then the Most High gave everything else to me. All praises to the Most High. But I did not accept my condition. I did not accept living inside of a freaking box. I wanted to get outside of that box. So, Aaron, what I would tell you, but I don't know. Hey, listen. And another thing is this. Crazy, right? Check this out. One of my partners, right? He worked at Bank of America. He was at Bank of America for almost 10 years. I say, bro, listen. It's time for you to truly, like, leave the spot and go somewhere else. So the spot I'm at now got him he got an interview there, right? Got an interview. They offered him like $100,000 and something thousand. I think $160,000 something a year to work there. When he's working at B of A, he's probably making about 115, maybe 115 with some bonus. So what he did was he went to B of A and told them, hey, I got a job offer making $160,000 a year. Or $165,000 a year, or whatever it was, and I think like 15-20% bonus, I'm going to leave. His manager came back to him and said, listen, basically we're going to match that offer. Stop, pause, freeze. They said we're going to match that offer. So in other words, what your job is paying you right now, they can pay you a lot more, but you're not putting no pressure on them at all. You're accepting everything they're paying you because you're happy to be there. You're not seeking anything else. You're happy to be there. That's the problem. You should never be happy to be at a situation. You should never be happy to be at a job. The job should be happy for you to be there because if you're not there, the job is losing a resource and therefore their money is going down. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Everybody, seek something. Seek the kingdom. I sought the kingdom. I'm not pushing my beliefs on you by any means. This is just a biblical moment with me. I'm doing this once a week, probably either on Wednesdays or Fridays, once a week. Okay? Everybody, if you're on here right now, hit the like button. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the like button and subscribe. Every morning, I do a daily stock option. It's called Good Morning Stock Option on my YouTube channel. I go live, talk about the stock options every morning almost. Okay? I trade live right here every Wednesday on my YouTube channel so you guys can see what it looks like for somebody to trade live. Okay? So hit that like and subscribe button. And basically, I'm going to close out like this, everybody. Seek Seek, S-E-E-K, seek, everybody. Seek something. Seek that life you want to live. Okay? Seek out that person you want to be. Ask the Most High to make you into the man or the woman that he designed you to be. Every night when I pray, ask the Most High, make me into the man you designed me to be. Make me into the man you designed me to be. Make me into the man that you designed me to be. Because I know personally I can't do it by myself. Why? Because I have limited knowledge. The Most High has infinite knowledge. I have limited. So I should put my trust in something or someone that has infinite knowledge rather than trying to put it in myself who has limited knowledge. Okay? All right, everybody. So once again, hit that like, subscribe button, share, whatever, all the good stuff they say. Yes, this is on my YouTube channel. It's gonna live on my YouTube channel forever. Okay, you can go back and watch it. However many times you want to watch it, send it to whoever you want to send it to. And remember, everybody, if you're in the stock market trading right now, be patient, be careful, everybody. Also, let me break this. Let me show you guys this. One more. Do I have it up? Yeah, I have it up. Let me show you guys this. I have, boom, boom, boom. Oh, right. Quick, 1 second before we go. Here we go. Right here, everybody. A book. I have my book. I'm writing a book. It's going to be released sometime in September. It's called Increase Your Wealth Trading Stock Options While Working a 9 to 5. Everybody, that will be coming out shortly. If you want to be on my wait list for this book, go to my Instagram. I got you, Davon. Go to my Instagram right now and just DM me the word book. Okay, DM me the word book, and I'll send you I will send you the link to actually get on my wait list. So when the book is released, you guys can grab that book if that's something that you want to learn about how to increase your wealth through trading stock options. Everybody, okay, all right, everybody, listen. Everybody have a good one. Also, October 9th through October 13th. Do you think the market will crash? No. I do not think the market's crashed. What I think is going on right now is, personally, I think what's happening in the market right now is this, everybody. The market is pulling back and setting up for a crazy run up. I've been talking about this for the past month and a half in my coaching program. And listen, everybody, when the stock market pulls back the next time, it's going to feel like the world's coming to an end. Everybody's going to think, oh, the market's about to crash, market's about to crash. And then next thing you know, boom, you're going to get hit with a quick, crazy move up to the upside. Okay? The market, I do not believe the market's going to crash. I could be completely wrong. Just my thoughts, okay? Just my thoughts. Chris, good morning, Chris. I just got approved for your program. Congratulations, R. Jenkins. Congratulations. Somebody on my team is going to reach out to you very, very soon, okay? Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. All right? So listen, everybody. Y'all have a good one. All praise to the Most High. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see everybody right here on my YouTube Monday morning, okay? Y'all have a good one. All praise to the Most High.